السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Today we are continuing the second part of the lesson number 3. The last time we couldn't complete lesson number 3 because the lesson was long, as we said, and today we are going to complete it. So this is the second part of the lesson number 3, inshallah. So before we get started here, let's look at something here before. And this part is basically talking about huruf al-Qamariya wa Shamsiya. Huruf al-Qamariya wa huruf al-Shamsiya. The moon letters and then the sun letters. Basically called. So let's begin, inshallah. So actually, this huruf al-Qamariya and huruf al-Shamsiya, as they call the moon letters and then the sun letters, they are basically not something strange. They are actually from the Arabic language, the letters of the Arabic language. If you can remember, the Arabic language is made up of 28 consonant letters, right? 28 letters in Arabic language. So these are the letters here. All this one. Out of them, 14 are huruf al-Qamariya. And then other 14 are huruf al-Shamsiya, right? Huruf al-Qamariya. Huruf al-Qamariya simply means huruf al-Qamariya. Huruf is the plural of harf. So harf means a letter. And then the plural is huruf, letters. Qamariya, you can remember Cameroon, the moon, right? So huruf al-Qamariya, letters of the moon. So that's what we call the moon letters. And then huruf al-Shamsiya, the same with letters of sun. Shamsun is the sun. So huruf al-Shamsiya, letters of the sun. So as we go further, we'll see why they are called so. So as I will say, in 28 letters in Arabic language, 14 are huruf al-Qamariya. The other 14 are huruf al-Shamsiya. Huruf al-Shamsiya. Now, what do we mean by huruf al-Qamariya or huruf al-Shamsiya? So as I said, so these are the 14 which are huruf al-Qamariya. You see alif, ba, jim, ha, kha, ain, ghain, fa, qaf, kaf, mim, ha, wa, ya. So these 14 are huruf al-Qamariya. And then we have here too ta, see thin, dal, zal, ra, zai, sin, shin, sod, dot, ton, zon, lam, nun. So these are huruf al-Shamsiya. Huruf al-Shamsiya. So equal divided, 14 huruf al-Qamariya, 14 huruf al-Shamsiya. So now, what do they mean? Or what do we mean by Qamariya or Shamsiya? Now, to understand this, when alif wa lam, you can remember in the last lesson, just the last lesson before this lesson, we talked about nakira wa ma'rifa. When alif wa lam is attached to a particular noun, the noun becomes what? Ma'rifa, definite, right? So this is only understood in that case when alif wa lam is attached to a particular noun. Now, if alif wa lam attach to a particular noun, there are always going to be two conditions. Either the first letter, when we are pronouncing, in the pronunciation, definitely. So this is what happens when alif wa lam attached to a noun. The main difference is in the pronunciation of the lam when alif wa lam is attached to the noun. So for example, you have Qamariyatun. Let me give you an example. You see this one, Qamariyatun. Assuming the alif wa lam is not there, it is original, it will be called Qamariyatun, right? Now, when the alif wa lam attached, it will now be what? Al-Qamariyatun, right? Okay. Now observe here too. We have Shamsiyatun. If without the alif wa lam, you will pronounce it to be what? Shamsiyatun, right? Now when the alif wa lam attach, it will now be what? Ashamsiyatun, right? Okay. I don't know whether you have observed difference in the lam, in the pronunciation of the lam, the alif wa lam, that lam there, in both cases. I don't know whether you have observed difference. Let me pronounce them again and you see. Al-Qamariyatun. And then here, Ash-Shamsiyatun. I don't know whether you have observed a particular difference in the lam, in the letter, the lam itself. Al-Qamariya, the first case, Ash-Shamsiya. Yes, there's a very big difference. The difference is in the lam. In the first one, if you can see, the lam is clear. I pronounced the lam. Let me pronounce it again and you see. Al-Qamariyatun. Have you seen that? The lam is out. But observe here. Ash-Shamsiyatun. Ash-Shamsiyatun. You see, the lam is hidden. I am not pronouncing the lam. Instead of Al-Qamariyatun, here I am saying Ash-Shamsiyatun. So the lam is hidden. So why? Because you see this, the first one, the cough here, the cough after the lam. Let me write this one, this cough here, this letter. It is a huruf al-Qamariya. So when alif wa lam attached to it, when alif wa lam is attached to it, the lam will be pronounced. But here, the shin is huruf al-Shamsiya. So when alif wa lam attached to it, the main difference is in the lam, as we said here. The main difference is in the lam. So in that case, here, when alif wa lam attached to any of the huruf al-Shamsiya, the lam will be silent. The lam will be silent. So let me pronounce it again and you see Al-Qamariyatun. So you see I'm saying the lam is out. It's pronounced, it's heard. You can hear me pronouncing it. So that's what happens. Any of these 14 letters, if alif wa lam, if they are starting in now starting with alif, for example, abun, and now starting with baw, babun, and now starting with jin, jannatun. You see these letters, if they are starting in now, and alif wa lam attached to that now, the lam, just like the example. So you can see the cough here. That's an example, Qamariyatun. So when alif wa lam attached to a noun with these letters, any of these letters beginning that noun, the alif wa lam, the lam itself will be pronounced. It will be heard. If you are pronouncing it, it will be out. For example, Al-Qamariyatun. You can see I'm pronouncing the lam. But here, in this case, huruf al-Shamsiya, these letters, if they are beginning a particular noun, for example, tau, you see, example, tau, thou, dal, zal, ra, if they are pronouncing, if they are beginning it in a particular noun, and alif wa lam attached to that noun, the lam of the alif wa lam will be silent in pronunciation. Example, shin, you can see the shin. So I've just given you an example. Shamsiyatun. You see. Now, if alif wa lam attached to Shamsiyatun, it will now be what? Ash-Shamsiyatun. You see, I'm not saying Al-Shamsiya. That's wrong. I'm not saying Al-Shamsiya. Like this one, I said Al-Qamariya, and the lam is out. But here, I said Ash-Shamsiya. The lam is not heard. So that's what we mean by huruf al-Qamariya. When they are starting a noun, and alif wa lam attached to that noun, the lam will be silent. As we go, we'll see further examples, inshallah. So observe here, al-huruf al-Shamsiya, huruf al-Qamariya. So the reason why you can see is an example. Is the reason why they are also called Shamsiya and Qamariya. Why? Because they themselves is an example. The shin is an example of is a harful Shamsiya. And this one is a harful Qamariya. So it's an example. is an example. Okay. So here, the lam is pronounced. So that's what I was explaining. You can see here, Ashamsu. Just take Ashamsu and then Al-Kamaru. So you can see the lam. There's a school on the lam. So the lam is head. If I'm pronouncing it, Al. You can hear the lam here. Al. You can see the lam there. This lam I'm talking about here. You can see it. Al-Kamaru. But if I come here to pronounce it, I'm not going to say Al-Shamsu. You see, not Al-Shamsu. The lam should not come out. It will not be what? Ash-Shamsu. So most of the time, what will happen is that instead of pronouncing the lam, a shadda will be on the first letter. There's always going to be a shadda on the letter instead of pronouncing the lam. So it will be, you jump the lam. It's like you are jumping the lam. So Ash-Shamsu. You see, Ashamsu. Look, observe here. Have you seen lam in it? Ashamsu. There's no lam. So that's what we mean by, that's the difference between huruf al-shamsiyya or huruf al-qamariyya. So the shin is the huruf al-qamariyya, and here the kaf is the harf here the shin is the harf al-shamsiyya, and then the kaf is the harf al-qamariyya. So let me repeat again. Summarize. When they are 14 letters, when they begin a noun, if they are the beginning of a noun, if they are at the beginning, example, Qaf, you see Cameroon is the beginning, mean the moon, and then Alif wa Lam attached to it. Sometimes the Lam will be out in the pronunciation. That's what we call Huruf al-Qamariyya. Those 14 letters in which when Alif wa Lam attached to them, the lam will be out in pronunciation. It's all called the Huruf al-Qamariyya. And then we'll have the other way around. We have the Ash-Shamsiyya too, when they are also 14 in number, when they are at the beginning of a noun and Alif wa Lam attaches, the lam will be silent. So for example here, Shin is an example. For example, Ash-Shamsu, not Al-Shamsu. The lam will not be out. Okay, so letter Shin is an example of a solar letter. Solar letter. Solar is just coming from sun. Come out Shamsun. You have letter Kaf is an example of a lunar letter, and then lunar is simple coming from Kamau, the moon. Okay. So let's observe here. We have here. Okay. Al-Huruf al-Qamariyya wa Huruf al-Shamsiyya. So this is what I was talking about. You see these letters. You see them. They are 14 in number. Have Alif, Bao, Jim, Ha, and so on and so on and so on. So these are the 14 Huruf al-Qamariyya. They are 14 as I just said. So the first one, example. So you see, Alif is starting a particular now, Abun. It was initially Abun, but when Alif wa Lam attached, it will now be Al-Abun. You see, in all the conditions here, all here, the lam will be out. If I'm pronouncing it, you will hear the lam. The lam. Why? Because as I just said, they are Qamariyya. They are Qamariyya. The lam is not silent. It will be heard in pronunciation. So observe. Here, Al-Abu, the father. Then come to here, Al-Babu, the door. Then come to here, Al-Jannatu, the garden. I'm coming. Okay. Al-Jannatu, the garden. And then Al-Himaru, the donkey. So Ha, Al-Khubzu, the bread. So you see Al-Khubzu in all the conditions here. Here, throughout here, the lam will be out. Okay, we have here ain. So al-ainu, al-ainu, the eye. We have here al-gada'u, the lunch. We have here al-famu, the mouth. So you see al. I'm always saying al. The lam is out. So al-kamaru, the moon. Al-kelbu, the dog. Al-ma'u, the water. Okay. So al-waladu, the child. Al-hawa'u, the air. Al-yadu, the hand. So these are huruful kamariya. I mean, apart from the beginning alif walam, the letters that are beginning the original nouns are huruful kamariya. Okay, now look at here. We're now looking at hurufu shamsiya. Huruf shamsiya. So we have here tajiru, the trader or the merchant. So I'm not saying al-tajiru, I'm saying at-tajiru. There's a shadda. I'm not saying al-tajiru. Let me expand it so that you see well. I hope you can hear. I'm not saying it's not al-tajiru. Al-tajiru, no, that's wrong. Instead of here, as we're saying al-abu, al-babu, al. But here, the lam will be silent, and rather shadda will be on these letters. These letters you can see here, shadda will be on them. Okay, so the first one, at-tajiru, you see, the trader. Athawbu, the cloth. Adiku, the roaster. Az-zahabu, so you see, az-zahabu, not al-zahabu, az-zahabu, the gold. Ar-rajulu, the man. Az-zahratu, the flower. As-samaku, the fish. Ash-shamsu, the sun. Let me go up. I hope you can see, right? Okay. As-sadru, the chest. Ad-daifu, the guest. Or I mean someone who come to visit you. A guest. At-talibu, the student. Az-zuhru, the zuhr prayer. Al-lahmu, the meat. An-najmu, the star. So you see, so all these letters are what we call the huruf shamsiya. If they are beginning in noun and alif wa lam attaches to that noun, the lam will be silent in pronunciation, and a shadda will be on that letter. A shadda will occur on these letters. Okay, in the pronunciation, of course. So we have here, they have given us a small exercise to test our understanding. So what they want us to do is to pronounce them. They want you to pronounce them. Read the following words and write down, bearing in mind. Okay. Bearing in mind regarding the sun and then the moon letters. They have given you these letters and then they want you to pronounce them. So this one is what? Al-Baitu. So the bow. Let me write it, you see. So this one, the bow is what? It's a harful kamariya. Why? Because the lam is not silent. It's heard in pronunciation. That's why I said al-baitu. Al-baitu. You can hear the lam, right? Al-baitu. So the bow, the original word was baitun, starting with bow. So the starting letter is what we call the harful kamariya. I'll have here adiku. الديك المدرس الباب الطالب السكر الدفتر. They want us to pronounce. They want to test our pronunciation. But the meaning of the word, the meaning of the words, we have seen almost all of them. So there's no need to be translating here again. So we have here al-akhu, the brother, right? Al-rasul, al-wajhu, al-sadiqu, al-Qur'anu, al-salatu, al-ka'batu, al-ra'su, al-isba'u, al-sabun, al-zufru, al-fajru, al-zuhru, al-asru, al-maghrib, al-isha'u. So these are the pronunciation. But there are few words here. I think we have not seen them. Ar-ra'su. Ra'su means the head. Ra'sun, the head. Al-isba'u, it means the finger. As-sabunu, it means the soap. Soap, the one used to wash. Soap. To have here. Az-zufru. Az-zufru. There is something here. You have to be very, you have to be aware. And don't let it confuse you. You see this thing? Az-zufru. Az-zufru. And this one. They are similar. Why? In English, this is called Enil. And this is also called Enil. Right? But they are different. This is the nail that you use to, you can see it. This is just a nail that you use to join two things, whether someone is making a chair or a table or something, and he's using a nail to hammer them together. This is the nail. But this zufru, you can see zufru here. A zufru means the fingernail. The nail at the end of your toe, the finger. That's the zufru. But this one is different. It's also called, they are all called nail in English. But this one is, as you know, is different from this one. This is the fingernail, and this is the nail that you use to, when someone is making something to hammer things together, maybe two things together or something. So, but this one is called mismarun. Mismarun in Arabic, it's called mismarun. And this one is called zufru, the fingernail. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So this is the end of the lesson. Inshallah, we'll continue in the lesson number 4 in the next lesson. Bismillah. So if there's any problem, you can draw our attention, inshallah. So we'll stop here and then we'll continue. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.